Hello everyone, my name is General Fancy Pants, and welcome back to Secret Files Tunguska. When we last left off, we made it to our father's cabin, and now we are kind of just exploring, and that scene back there was the research station. That's kind of our ultimate goal right now, but first we need to figure out what the secret is that our dad is hiding. And presumably, it's in this cabin. As you can see here, there's a projector and there's a cord going all the way out, plugged in somewhere. There's a compass here that we don't really know what to do with yet, because when we press the button,
Nothing happens.
so either it's broken or it's just not working at the moment, or it needs like some other means of making it work. We also have this chimney here. I don't see anything in here. There's not... Oh, oh, what's this?
A small bit of tinfoil.
Oh, I didn't even see that before. Oh yeah, I guess it was different enough. So, now we have a piece of aluminum foil.
A small bit of tinfoil.
Alright. We have tinfoil, we've got a lamp, a hose, rags, glass shard. We have all sorts of stuff, and I don't really know what to do with all of it yet, but I'm sure we will be able to figure it out. I hope so, anyway. Um... Hmm. Let's continue exploring. Because before I was trying to find as much as I can, but we obviously are missing some stuff here. We need some diesel for the generator, which I think is what we'll need to run the projector, because right now the cabin doesn't have any electricity going to it. I tried the petroleum out of the oil lamp, but that wasn't good enough. Let's see if there's anything else that we're missing here. I mean, this truck wreck seems like there's more to it than just the big truck wreck. There's a wheel rim.
This has been plundered. Everything that can be taken off and carried is gone. There are only 2 small nuts here, and I am having them.
That's funny. Okay, so now we have a couple of nuts. Pardon the double entendre there, but it's true. Anything else in here? Let's just do a search scene. Truck wreck and the tank. Oh, that's right. The
There still seems to be a bit of diesel oil in there.
Okay, so maybe we can siphon out that oil using the hose. And maybe we can use the vodka bottle as the container.
There's still plenty of vodka in there. If I want the one spirit, I think I will have to get rid of the other. Nastarovia! Oops, I think I'm a bit out of practice.
Alright, now we'll stagger our way back to the generator. Now that we have some diesel fuel. You're supposed to go back. There you go. Alright, now we have some fuel for the generator.
That's what I call quality craftsmanship. Over 50 years old, and it still works like it did when it came out of the factory.
Awesome. So hopefully now we have some electricity going to the cabin.
There is no roll of film in there.
Okay, so we need the film. Let's go back to the chimney, because I feel like I need to clean it out or something, because she makes reference that it's full of soot, or soot, however you say that word. And I tried using the rag.
The wall is covered in soot. You can't just wipe it over and, hey, presto, clean.
No. Maybe if we use, like, the petroleum from the lamp as sort of a cleaning agent.
The rag is soaked through. I'll light the lamp.
Oh. Huh. Weird. Okay. Now we can actually see, I guess. That's the whole point.
I would never have dreamed that one day I would clean out a chimney from the inside.
Okay, let's take a look at that. It looks like it's a series of numbers here.
Now that the soot is off, I can see numbers written on it. 7.5, 3, 10.5, 6.
Okay. I don't...
Now that the soot is...
Oops. No idea what that means. But let's take a look at the compass now that we have electricity going. Maybe we can click that button.
Nothing happens.
Okay. We do have these little pegs, and I wonder if these nuts have something to do with it.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
I wonder if we need to... Compasses work on magnetism. I wonder if we have to magnetize these nuts somehow. So that when we use them on the compass, they will point the arrows in the proper direction. The only way we can really, the only thing that's around that can really magnetize these nuts is this generator here. Especially this coil.
If I remember correctly, then that thing has something to do with magnetism and producing electricity.
Right. So let's see if we can magnetize these nuts.
I'll hold both nuts close to the coils, but not too close, otherwise I'll be toast. As a result, they seem to have become magnetized.
Okay. So now let's go back to the cabin. Now let's see what happens if we place them on the compass.
Nothing happens.
No? Okay.
The button must have a purpose. But what?
I don't know, but it's not working still.
The nut is magnetic. It's amazing what you can buy these days. The nut is...
Alright, so they're both magnetized. There's something else that I'm missing here, obviously. Can we put the aluminum foil on the... Where did that go? There it is.
That's strange. Obviously, the compass needle only moves when I press the button. I seem to have triggered a mechanism, but nothing has happened yet.
Okay, so that's what the problem was that with both of them on there, there's only one needle, obviously, so that's all you need to know where you're going. Okay. But now what does that mean, though? That's the question. I suppose if I put one here and here, that won't work. Because
Nothing happens.
the needle, it's basically polarizing the needle. Obviously you can't go west and east at the same time. But maybe if I put one here and one here, let's say, you can go north and west at the same time. So with that in mind, let's take a look at these numbers again. 7.5, 3, 10.5, 6. So I wonder if it starts here. So I wonder if this is would be like north is usually generally where you start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or if we start where it actually is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. I don't get the half part. Because if we start at the north, or it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. No, that doesn't make any sense. 5, 6, 7.5. Hmm. I guess we can just start placing these on something. No, that doesn't seem to do anything. How about down here? The only reason why I'm using both of the nuts is because I have two of them, which would mean that I probably should be using both of them.
Nothing happens.
Hmm.
Nothing happens. This grinding noise sounds like my father's safe at home when I've just tried a wrong combination. I can probably start again now.
Oh, okay. So by me messing around with it, I basically triggered the start of the puzzle. Okay. So 7.5, 3, 10.5, 6. What if I started looking at this more as like a clock rather than a compass? Because as you kind of look at it, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kind of looks like it could be like this could be 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6, 9. And then this would be like 1.5, because this would be 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm trying to do. So let's try with that theory. Four. Hmm. Or what are these rings around here? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That just must be decorative. Because 7.5 would be like right here. Going with that theory, so it'd be like 1.5, 2.5, 3. No, sorry, I'm getting my numbers mixed up. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hmm. Well, I'm gonna say that this one down here, this is 7.5, because that makes sense regardless, even if this was 1 and this would be 6, because then either way this would be 7.5 down here. And then
Nothing happens.
no, 3 would be east, I think. And then 10.5 would be northwest. And then 6 would be south.
A secret compartment.
Okay. That made sense. I'm sorry that I was probably very confusing with the numbers. I knew what I was in my head. I just didn't know how it correlated with each tick mark. But that did seem to work, so yay us.
There are a few old documents and a roll of film in there. I'll have a look at the documents. Maybe my father left them there. Yes, indeed. He describes that the 1958 expedition apparently could not provide an explanation why the plant growth has changed so much here since the catastrophe of 1908. The discovery of a meteorite, hoped for by the government as a cause of the devastating explosion, also did not materialize. For this reason, neither my father in his function as the leader of the expedition, nor the biologist, Ken Morangi, could provide an unambiguous conclusion, which obviously was not regarded favorably by the authorities. Oh, and they are also briefly mentioning Oleg here, but apparently he was not that important. I guess I'd better not tell him that. Years later, in his function as a geologist at the Academy of Sciences in Moscow, my father examined a strange piece of metal that had been found in the Tunguska region. He then was able to prove its non-terrestrial origins, which breathed new life into the meteorite theory. However, upon further analysis, he and his colleague Manuel Perez discovered traces that indicated that the metal had been worked. When they wanted to publish their discovery in the Kalenkov Expert, it was completely, surprisingly, rejected, and they were forbidden any further examination of the rock. When my father continued to inquire about the happenings in the Tunguska region, he was dismissed from the Academy of Sciences. The last entries are from 1977. Obviously, he and Manuel Perez went to the Tunguska region on their own. They hoped to find additional fragments of that strange material so they could continue their studies. What the goal was and what happened isn't written down in here. In addition, I have this burning desire to know what is going on with this fragment. On the one hand, it's probably not of terrestrial origin, but on the other hand, it was processed. That would mean the old Evank also said something about his son finding some metal fragment in the woods and then suddenly disappearing. That would fit in with the fact that my father was even thrown out of the Academy of Sciences due to his analysis. I hope that I will find some more answers on that roll of film.
Yeah, me too. So, kind of to sum it up, basically the rock sample is of an alien origin, meaning that it's not of Earth, but it was also processed, so maybe it was actually of an alien origin that aliens actually made it. Let's take a look at the diary. There was a diary entry. Under one's own steam, Tunguska region, Nina's father was unable to come to a definitive conclusion about the cause of the Tunguska catastrophe during his expedition in 1958. He summarized his analysis of a fragment found in the region in the Kalenkov report, in which he claims the material is not made of any material known on Earth, but was processed with tools. However, the report was repressed by higher up. Still, Nina's father continued with his research and headed out in 1977 on another expedition with Manuel Perez to search for more fragments. Alright. But now that we have this roll of film, let's take a look at it. Okay, let's fire this bad boy up.
Damn, the bulb has burned out. It's not possible to just pop around to the shops and get another around this place. So now is the time to think of something else.
Of course the bulb is out. Well, we have the oil lamp. Maybe that'll be good enough. No, of course it's not. Glass shard? Oh wait, glass shard, I can combine those.
I've wrapped the tinfoil around the broken glass.
Okay. Well, that kind of does potentially could make a bulb, I guess.
Yep, that should work. Since it's rather dark in here, the light reflected by my modified glass shard should do it.
Oh, I see. The window, the light going through the window is bouncing off of the tinfoil and being magnified by the glass. Okay. Alright, that makes sense. I guess.
So, Manuel, the camera's rolling.
Please excuse me for a moment. I'll be right back.
Manuel!
The heck?
What was that? Lightning? Or sheet lightning? And what happened to this Manuel Perez?
What is going
That
on?
sounded like an explosion. I should see what's going on. Looks as if half the station exploded.
Um,
Come on! Move your asses! The intruders have to be around here somewhere. We'll get them. Spread out.
Oh, my head. What was that? Feels like someone sifted through my thoughts.
There's someone up there. Get them!
Damn. I have to get away from here.
what the heck is going on? Okay, so...
Thanks. That was close.
No problem. I told you that I would catch you if you were ever standing on the edge of a precipice. What happened? We just saw that some areas of the research station were in flames, and suddenly there were soldiers everywhere.
I don't know much more either. Suddenly, two strange figures appeared in front of me out of nowhere.
From the FSB?
No, they weren't agents. I'm not really sure. This may sound kind of stupid, but I'm not even sure if they were human.
What?
I don't know how I should describe it. It was more like a feeling that I got from them.
What did they want? Did they say anything?
They didn't really speak. It was more like voices inside my head. It was as if they were looking for an answer.
What kind of answer?
I don't know how to describe the feeling. It was as if my head was going to explode. I've never experienced pain like that. And then suddenly, I knew that I wanted to tell them everything. It was suddenly so clear.
You told them everything?
No. Before I could say anything, the soldiers came and the two figures disappeared as suddenly as they appeared. Where are we flying to anyway?
In the meantime, Sergei has found out that your father was never in Moscow. So it almost looks as if the entire trip was pretty much in vain.
No, on the contrary. I'm now sure that my father was kidnapped for some reason that has to do with the Tunguska catastrophe.
How come?
I found some of my father's old documents. If I haven't misunderstood them, he was on the trail of something big, and I have a name, Manuel Perez. He was with my father back then, and we also know approximately where he is now.
Yes, in a mental institution on Cuba. Great lead.
It's gotta be worth a try. And there's another name on the list. This Irish biologist, Ken Morangi.
That's right. I know that I have already asked a lot from you two, and I'm deeply indebted to you, and I would understand...
Stop rambling. What's your plan? You're heading to Cuba and I'm heading to Ireland?
You'd really do that?
You can pay me back some other time. For example, by buying me a cup of hot coffee.
Max, you're a sweetheart.
And don't you ever forget it.
Aww. That's so cute.
Oleg, I'm not usually like that. But what should I do? Besides you two, I don't have anyone who could help me. And if my father...
It's okay. We enjoy helping you, honestly. So don't worry about us. Concentrate on your dad.
Yeah, okay. We already found the psychiatric hospital. I only hope that this Perez is still here.
Why shouldn't he? But first I have to take care of some formalities. Will you be okay without me?
Sure. I can manage the 20 yards to the reception desk by myself. Go on. I'll be all right.
Okay. See you later.
Okay, so let's check out the diary entry. Just make sure that nothing else happened here. Yes, there are one new one here. Light phenomenon, Tunguska region. The hidden film reel shows Manuel Perez and Vladimir Kalenkov on their expedition. But what were those strange lights? And what happened to Perez? Yes, it's very interesting indeed. Very weird. We don't really know what happened, but we can only guess. Weird encounter, Tunguska region. After a huge explosion in the research station, Nina is suddenly confronted with strange figures in black robes. They don't say a word, but she has the feeling they can hear their voices loud and clear. And those are the ones that we're not even sure if they're human anymore. They could be something more. New goals. The trail in the Tunguska region ends here, but what about Vladimir Kalenkov's former companions? Nina heads off to research for Manuel Perez in Cuba, while Max picks up the scent of the Irishman Ken Morangi. Okay, so it looks like we are excuse me. Here we are in Cuba with Nina, and we will search for Manuel Perez in the next episode of... So I'm watching the lady dance in the background, it's kind of funny. We'll see if we can get to Manuel Perez next time on Secret Files Tunguska. Until then.